Hi, this is Pat with Fireverse.org, and I want to do a quick follow-up video to a post that I did on April 29th. April 29th, 2010 is when Checkpoint announced the release of R71 for the Security Gateway, Smart Center Server, and Provider 1. There's some new options and new enhancements within R71, and one of them that I want to talk about today is the Firewall rule expiration piece. If you take a look at the release notes for R71, take a look at page 9, you'll see a section titled Firewall Rule Expiration. This will give you a description of the new enhancement. Essentially, what this new enhancement allows you to do is define a date and a time when that rule will either become active and or expire based on the settings that you supply to it. Now, the way that you set this up is within Smart Dashboard. And for this demonstration, I'm going to use the R71 build. And what I want to do is take an existing rule that I have and have that rule automatically activate and then later on expire. So for Rule 9, I currently have it set up to support basic file transfer of FTP and SSH. Now I want to scroll all the way over to the right to the time column. And I'm going to create a new time object. So I'll click Add Objects, New Time, and I've got a new time object here. And I'm going to call this, let's call it Expire. I'll then go into the Time section, and you'll see a new area up above called Time Period. Now what this allows me to do is a couple things. First of all, I can define a date when this rule will start to become active. So in this case, on May 6th, I want this rule to wake up and start to be enforced. Now, I want this rule to only be active for a week, so I want to have it expire. So later on, I'm going to have that rule automatically expire on May 13th. And that's really all you need to do to set this up. You choose the dates and the times for when the rule activates and possibly later on expires. You now see that I have a time object supplied for the rule, and I can also use that object in other rules if I want to, or I can define multiple time objects as well. There's a lot of flexibility built into this. Now if I scroll all the way over to the left and I take a look at the number column, I can quickly see which rules have an expiration date associated with them. You'll see this little yellow clock, and if you mouse over it, there'll be a little tooltip pop up telling you that there's an expiration date that exists for it. Now to see that actual expiration date, I can also right click on that, select Rule Expiration, and it'll open up the time object for me, and I can now see the dates and times that are associated with that specific rule. So that's really all there is to setting up the rule expiration piece. Hopefully this information will be useful, and you might even be able to find a way to use this in your own environment. This is Pat with Fireverse, and thanks for watching.